first, a little background. If you remember my Nosferatu tutorial, which not a lot of people saw, it's probably for a reason, you'll recall my attempt to create a ball cap using the top of a large balloon didn't go over so well. Well, I have in fact incorporated it into this Phantom of the Opera wig prosthetic by simply painting it skin colored and then gluing the follicles on, making sure to leave a bald patch just like in the film. I will eventually purchase a proper silicone ball cap and probably transpose the follicles onto that, but for now this works just fine. Disclaimer, please do not put the hot glue directly to your head whilst you're gluing the follicles on. Yeah, that should have been obvious to me, but hey, I didn't have a mannequin to use. And no, I didn't get burnt or anything, but you probably shouldn't take the risk. Because I don't have an actual mannequin to sculpt the mask like you would traditionally do, what I did was I took a typical party mask and infilled it with air clay, carefully sculpting out how each feature should look like in 3D once the latex has dried. I didn't actually record footage of myself doing this. This was mostly an experiment. So what you're seeing here is me trying to do a reconstruction of what I did at the time. Since his nose is receding, I infilled the nose cavity and then created two little bumps for the nose holes. Since his eyes are sunken so deep that his orbits are jutting out, what I did was create a ring of clay around the eye hole and then sculpt them out so that it looked like there was a little valley running all around the eye. Once I finished, I lubricated the mold with moisturizer so that it would be easier to take out the dried latex. Of course, I couldn't visualize everything molding like this, so for other features like his bony cheeks or the creases in his forehead, I had to accentuate them using SFX wax. Then I just painted the whole thing skin color using my usual brand of face paint. Each of the teeth are individually sculpted from air clay, which I then glued one by one using hot glue. So now that the mask is done, let's just get to the tutorial. Oh yeah, and at this point I had cut out the eye holes to be larger. When I originally made this mask, I thought that making the eye holes smaller would make the eyes blend into the face a bit better, but as it turns out, yeah, you can barely see my eyes anyway. Incidentally, cutting out those larger holes actually increased the distance between them and the eyes, making them appear much more sunken and much more realistic as a result. And of course you can see my eyes now. Also, this is why I say you should ensure that you have painted enough black over your eyes before you put the mask on. And that's really it for this tutorial. However, it should be said that most of my cosplays don't usually rely on practical makeup, so this video would be mostly an anomaly along with the Nosferatu one. I didn't film my progress on making many of these, so these will be more showcases. With that said, thanks for watching, and have a happy Halloween.